The Beat 139 featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's #1 show.
Oh, Doc, what up?
Yeah.
We
Welcome
back.
to Beat 139, Block and Shake the Block.
Oh, Don Vito in the building, voice of the people.
The second part of the podcast.
That's what it is. Check it out. It's our second interview tonight. We saved this lady here for a second because this is going to be a powerful interview. This is one of the interviews that we've been wanting to do for a long time. You know, and before I start the show, I'm just going to say right now, and then we're going to touch on it during the show. This lady right here named Deborah Cardona, I know for a long time. She's a friend of the show. You know, when she first came up, she did the movie called Chained. You know, we interviewed her and a couple of her actors. And she was like, Don Vito, Doc, I need y'all to come out to my movie premiere, right, Doc?
Yeah, I loved it.
And
she had a great time.
And that was I don't know if that was the very beginning, but that was the beginning of part of her movement. And we brought out the cameras and we did the red carpet with her in Harlem, right there.
Yep.
So here's the deal, right? So that was the first time for her, but guess what? That was the first time for the Beat 139 coming out doing a movie premiere, red carpet joke.
Yeah.
A movie premiere, yes.
What I just said, you ain't listening.
No, I said yes.
What's wrong with you, man? I said movie.
Yes.
Movie premiere. But you know what I'm saying? We did other red carpet events. That's what he talking about. But I said that was our first red
Movie
carpet movie. So without further ado, we got Deborah Cardona in the building, y'all. Here we go. Deborah, what's up, baby girl? What's going on? How are you?
We got my boy Knowledge in the building.
How are
Everybody
you?
hit that like, hit that subscribe.
We got my boy Keith Cash in the building.
Keith Cash, Jay.
We got my man Jay in the building. We got Teddy Ted, Waterbed Ted in the building. And we got my little son, Brandon, the ball player, y'all, in the building. That's what's going on.
Everybody in the building.
That's right. So listen, Dad, man. You know, me and Doc, you know, you family to us, you know. I'm just trying to get it out right. And just tell everybody where you from and how you grew up, Deborah, as you just a young person before you got into your career. So how was life you from Spanish Harlem, right?
Yeah, I'm from Spanish Harlem.
Okay, shout out to Spanish Harlem.
You know,
Like
the
growing
hood,
up over
the
there.
hood,
The hood is a hood. Let's talk about it. We'll get the
I
story.
became a part of the hood.
Okay.
You know, did a few unfavorable things, ended up in places I didn't want to be, but was there. And that's where my career really started.
Right.
You know, while locked up, I didn't want to be a part of that environment. So I started writing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I first started writing the urban novel books.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said to myself, I said, damn, this is my story. You know, I could relate with the books. And I said, I'm going to write my own story, you know. And that's where it started.
So how much time did you do?
I did about 9 years.
Oh, you did 9 years. You was getting money. Getting money, Dad.
Yeah.
See, one thing about the Beat 139, they
don't
love
wanna talk
stories.
about
We got
that,
my
though.
boy
Yeah,
Knowledge in
yeah,
the
I don't want to
building.
talk about
My
that.
boy Earl in the building. No, but they
Yeah.
love stories because they like to sing.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go through the whole thing. We're just
Yeah,
gonna skip
please.
by.
I don't want to go through that.
Now we ain't gonna go through the whole
All
thing.
right.
We're not gonna do that. But here's what I'm saying though, because we want these people to like to get the feel of energy. Because they saying, how is this woman
Well, I'm gonna
able to
give you
write
an
these
example,
stories?
all
Give us
right?
an example.
Did 9 years in jail.
They just did a article about me in the New York Times
Okay.
about Rikers Island and how writers come out
Just
of
the other
Rikers
day, right?
Island. Just the other
You
day.
send it to me.
And
Yeah.
you know, the reporter called me and he wanted to know where I started my writing career. And I told him it really started in Rikers because I was like, you know, writing little things here and there, you know, just to occupy my time.
In the cell.
And yeah, in
Just
the
chilling, just
cell
right
or
now.
in the
In the dorm and
rec
all that.
room
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
I got you. Right.
When I went to Rikers, we had a yard.
Okay.
Now
right.
you're in total lockdown. You know what I'm
I got
saying?
you, I got
you know, I didn't do time like that, so
Right.
I was able to go to the yard and whatever. But basically, my career started in Rikers. That's why I took my writing serious.
Mhm.
You know, as a child, I used to write too. My dad writes. He does. He used to do music. He was, he got records out and stuff like that. So it runs in my family.
Yeah.
My son is also a writer.
Sonny Lee.
He's
Sonny
a
Lee
writer.
Shout out to Sonny Lee.
Sonny Lee.
We got to get Sonny on the show. He's still doing his thing.
Nah, not really.
Nah,
Nah.
he's fading a little bit.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you give him a beat, he gonna give you some lyrics.
Sonny has
That
some
never
nice
goes-
tracks, man.
Yeah, he did.
He had about 3 or 4 joints that I kind
They're
of
all
like.
in my movies.
Oh, there you go.
All
so
of his tracks
what he
are
can
in my
do
movies.
now is make music for you, soundtrack.
Right,
for
that's
your
what he's
soundtrack.
doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
All right, so let's go back to what you was talking about.
So when the reporter called me and asked me about, when I started writing, I told him it started in Rikers, and then when I went upstate, I continued to write. And I came home with 13 books, as you guys know.
13 books. Wow.
Yeah, and then which some of them are not even published. I got
Yeah, so that's a bomb.
yeah.
13 books.
And there was a time where I had a bookstore in Harlem. I had 2. And when I closed the stores down because everything turned digital,
Right.
Nobody was really reading. I decided to make my first film, and that was Chain. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm like on my 5th film.
But it's very important. Definitely want you to tell the people, because everybody know when you first get locked up, you go to Rikers first. For you to start immediately, because most people, like, we always locked up. Like, even me, when I say I'm gonna do the music thing, I waited to the end. In the beginning, I didn't think about none of that shit. I waited to the end to where now, like, all right, I'm about to come home in 18 months. Let me start doing what I need to do when I hit the outside. I never heard nobody do that. You just coming in and writing, just caught your charge and you start writing in. That's amazing.
Yeah, but that's because you don't want to be part of that environment. That was my escape of getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? So if I became a part of the environment, I would have been in a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
So
like, I would have been in a lot of trouble. Yeah, no. Because, I have my attitude. I got a bad temper.
Now I can see,
things like that. And I don't play no games.
Now, you don't play.
So at the end of the day, before I get myself caught up, either get hurt or hurt somebody, I'd rather just stay to myself and focus on what I got to do.
So, okay, and reconcile, you just said, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna stay here and start writing. Was you sentenced at the time, or you still was pre-trial?
No, I was already, I was just sitting there, basically waiting.
Yeah, Rikers Island, you don't get sentenced till like about 18 months.
I know.
I was there for like a year.
And you just said, fuck, I'm gonna start writing?
Yeah, it was already in me, though.
It'd be like she said, her father, like
my
she
father
said,
was
the
a writer.
The genes was passed down.
No,
to
but
her.
I get it. But you know how it is when you first come in, you think about that time and like how you gonna get through this. Your family. You had your son at the time, no, right?
Yeah, my kids.
But you also,
you think about that. You're not thinking about writing.
But it's a flip side to that. I understand where you're coming from, but understand this point too. In jail, you get short ass phone calls, short ass visits, but what you could do more, you get a lot of mail. So she wrote books, but we had to write letters to people too, right? I wrote some long ass letters sometimes.
I was reading
you can get into that mode.
I was reading a book, and what happened was, what triggered me to start writing was that my letters home was better than that book. And that's what triggered me.
Gotcha.
I said, my letters home are better than this book. And I just had to put it down, and I started writing myself. And then I just focused on chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3.
But I understand what Doc, I'm thinking now. I understand what Doc is saying. Like, when you got time, motherfucker be so tired. You're like, yo, my lawyer is.
Yeah, the lawyer.
Yeah, but for the
females, try to rock my boots.
But for the females, it's different.
My girl ain't pick up the phone. It's 9 o'clock. The phone's cut off.
I was saying some shooters over there.
It's different for the females.
Yeah, I got you. So you wrote 9 books.
No, I
13 books in 9 years. Damn. So Chain was the first one?
Mm-hmm. Chain, Twofold. I wrote the Butterfly series.
How many books you got all together now?
What, out?
No, just
13. I got 13 books.
How many you got
They're
out?
all being turned into film.
But how many you got out right now?
What?
All 13
He
books
said
is
13.
out?
No.
No, she didn't say that. All 13 books is not out.
No. I have my books put away.
Right.
I got like 4 or 5 books out.
There you go.
So Chain, that's crazy, because We know
That was a good movie, man.
That dance show was
And
good. We had a great time. We had a great time. We had the staff there.
That was my first film.
But we was
I
nervous.
was so
You was nervous?
nervous.
Yeah, she was.
Because during the whole time of filming, my parents were dying.
God
You
bless.
know, so I had to go back and forth to Florida for a whole year. It was so stressful. You know, it was just like every time I got to New York, the phone would ring. I would
That's
have
a
to
lot.
jump on another
Yeah.
flight. And I was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was a lot. So to see the film on screen was big for me because I couldn't even believe that I made it through that year. You know, let alone come home and have a whole premiere the way I did it.
Yeah.
And I did it big because I did it more for, I had to prove to my family, to myself, that this was not just a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Some people do things and it's a hobby.
Right.
It wasn't gonna be a hobby for me. I already knew what I was gonna do. I already had a plan.
You had a packed house. It was a packed. Listen,
I had over 300 people.
Yeah, we did the camera work for her, and it was packed. You had a
media.
section for us,
Mhm.
so we was cool with our seats. But that joint was
Deborah
packed.
always kept it real.
was people
Deborah
standing
said, I
up.
want y'all there,
Yeah.
man. She said, I like how y'all move.
And it was
that
that was a good time. That was a good time, man.
There was people at the door fighting to get in, and there were no seats, and they were like, "I don't care. I want to see it. I want to go upstairs." And it was people were standing up in the back. They didn't care about a seat.
That was a good time.
So, Florida. So you had ties to Florida. You ever heard of because somebody hit me said you ever heard of Gazelle Blanca? That's her name.
Graciela Blanca.
Yeah.
What happened?
You ever heard of her?
Yes, of course.
Oh no, because somebody asked me because they text me to ask me.
What was the question?
No, they said, did you know Gazelle?
Hey, call her. I mean, not call her.
Y'all can call.
Y'all can call her, man. Tell me the number, Doc.
Because they know.
Tell them the number, man.
646-628-4264.
I never met Graciela Blanca, but I know everything about her.
Right,
Like I became
She's well known.
It's not about her being well known. It's about what I know about her.
Because her era, they asked, but
that was my era. You know, I was in Florida hard.
She was in Florida.
I was in Miami. I was in
what year we talking?
We talking about 80s.
Right. That's when the things was coming through.
They want to hear these stories.
Right.
They was like,
I don't talk about those stories.
No,
I haven't talked about those stories yet.
But them things she gonna put it in a book.
You got hugged. Like it's crazy how people are tuned into you and they know that you was that.
Yeah, I wasn't that.
They said she was down there and she Miami. She got a no.
I never met her, but I ran with a lot of Colombians in Florida, and everybody that knows me from Florida, you know, whatever the trafficking, the bringing back and forth drugs, it was all official. It was all pure. It was all big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about those things though because it's not something that I'm proud of. You know what I mean?
Right.
I did it. You know, it served the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I got out.
Yeah.
And that was the best thing that I did was get out because at that time it was like it was really crazy.
So let me ask you a question though. But let me ask you a question.
What?
So hold up. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Why would you do it again?
Because at the time it's something that I
money.
wanted to do. Right. The money, the connections, just the thrill of it all. Like it was exciting. I was young. I was 16, 17 years old, 18 years old.
I respect
I respect
and
I was
answer.
like, yeah, it was just a time where you got so much money and then you didn't even know what to do with it. Now the question should be,
you came from New York.
If I knew then what I know now,
that's what the question is.
Okay, that is the main question.
That's the main question.
Then I would have still had all that money. I would have still, you know, I would have invested.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I know now is, you know, I don't have the money now, right? But if I had the money that I had then, I would have invested it all.
So let me ask you this: they in the 80s, you come from New York. They looked at you different, like, wow, can you? Because New York was always like fast compared to all these other places, like kind of catching up now. But you coming from Harlem.
How I got to Florida was my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. My mother said, I want to go to Florida and I want to build a house. And it was 1982, something like that. And I just looked at her, and I said, you want to go to Florida? She was like, I want to go to Florida. That's where I want to go. She went to visit a friend or whatever, and she fell in love with it. And that's where it started, I did some things, and I helped my dad, and I told my dad, here, Dad, take this money, and I'm talking about my stepfather, who raised me. Dad, take this money, and do what you got to do, whatever. So he built our first home, and that's where it started. So when I got to Florida, I started meeting a lot of Cuban people, right?
You Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican. So, I met my Comay out there.
Michael Myers?
Comay means like I'm her daughter's godmother.
Okay.
I met her, we became friends, and then from there she started introducing me to all her friends. They were Colombians, and she was doing, the transporting back and forth from Miami, whatever. Then she asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, the numbers were like, what? You're 17 years old, and you're like, what? I'm getting what? We leaving, let's go. And then I started riding with her back and forth, and that's how it all started. But it all started with my mom wanting to go to Florida.
And the numbers back then was real low, right?
At 14.
Very
14.
low.
14, 12.
No, 9. Try 9.
9. Yeah, she's another level. Deb another level. Deb said 9.
Deb
said 9.
It was 9 there, but up here was like 14, 12.
Yeah.
So here's my deal, though. So if you take the ride, right, you save about 5 stacks, right?
What
But
are we talking about?
Hold up. I'm talking about if you go to Florida to get it for 9, you save 5 stacks instead of getting up here for 14.
You
understand what I'm saying, though?
They got paid.
So
for
what,
music.
how about this?
what you can do,
How
you can
about
send somebody down and get it where you cool and get in the 5, and then you go ahead and rock Johnny Rock. That's what I'm saying.
But 9?
Yeah, but you got to get it up here.
You got to get up there.
Right? That's about 5
now
stacks.
you can't get it. What are you talking
No, I
about?
ain't talking about
No,
now.
we
We
talking
talking
about
about back
New
then.
York. We talking
about back then. We ain't talking about now.
Oh, now it's
I'm talking about in
hard,
the 80s.
man.
I ain't talking about back
the
then.
80s is crazy.
And
they had to see, they wasn't doing that like cutting and stuff now.
No, everything
You had
there,
to
you had to
pure.
cut it. You had to cut it because it was too strong.
Yeah.
You had to cut it. And that's where your money was
That's
at.
where the money's at.
Yeah, you had to cut it. Like it was so powerful back then that you had to. They couldn't go regular.
Yeah.
They ain't did all that old crazy shit they doing now. Compressing and all that over,
they do compressing to get
selling you
one,
soap
get two.
and concrete and
You
all
get
that
2
type of
joints.
shit. Plaster. Back there anyway.
You had the pure one.
So your stories came from back in the days. You got locked up 9 years, 13 books. Then you came home. You made Chain. You made the book first. Then you made the movie. Correct?
I printed out the books. I
Right.
printed out Chain and the sequel, which I haven't filmed yet.
Right.
And I got connected.
But don't you got a Chain too?
Twofold.
Twofold.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Harlem, to the theater, because I want to ask you this question. When the movie was playing, everybody like this, 300-something people, standing room only.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, the part that got me, motherfuckers stood up. They was clapping crazy. Woo! I know you felt that shit.
Of course.
Yo, they was like this.
I was
They was
crying.
going crazy, right? It was
crazy.
nice. They gave you a
I
nice
was
little
crying.
standing. Yeah, I know you was. You had to.
Mhm.
That was a crazy feeling.
But
man.
it was a mixture of a lot of emotions.
I know,
Like
I
I told
imagine.
you, my parents had died. The traveling back and forth. The relationship. Everything was just crazy for me. Just a whole stress of having to jump on a plane every other day.
Mhm.
Because I needed to do what I had to do, right?
Check this out. So I know what you got, all that clapping and all that type of stuff, right? But before all that, so when we're gonna see the movie. When I watch movies, I look for flaws. I don't know why I do that. Before I should just take anything, but now I look and see, yo, this one, right? Yeah, I'm there. I say, yo, these motherfuckers this shit is good. The movie was
Dev
good.
Don't play though.
Huh?
They said Dev don't play.
Right, but the
'Cause remember
movie
we
was
had the people
real
before.
good. Now a
I
lot
was
of them were
anticipating.
beginning actors, right?
A lot of them was first time
Everyone,
actors.
everybody was
Yo,
the
that's what I'm
first
trying to
time
tell
actor.
you, man.
They
They
said-
played
they
that. They
No,
played
they
that.
said, yo, all of them said, yo, I love her because she gave all of us a shot, and they said she don't play. That was the thing from the gate.
So we're gonna be that
They
you open the
said
gate with that,
she
right?
don't play.
Hold up. Being that you open the gate with that. So I did a little skit with Deb a minute ago on her live. But now the show is live. Me and Doc gonna touch on this, right? Deborah is the reason why a lot of these young actors and actresses are working today. She's the reason why they exist today in the acting field. You know, and we want to give her flowers on the Beat 139, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Because she could talk about her books all day in the movies she got and the stuff she gonna do later. But right now, I just want to talk about how a lot of these people who came through here, I didn't even know they knew that. So, you know, I just, we got an actress, we got an actor, I put them on. But every time I turn around, I found it, they were under her umbrella, like, yo.
But what I like,
you
what
know what I'm
Deb
saying?
did, Deb really
Deb ain't nothing to
represent the
play with,
Spanish
man.
community, because when they
Yeah,
came,
she
they said
do.
El Barrio.
El Body, that's right.
And she really represent because
Her
she like,
peoples,
hold on,
that's right.
I put my peoples in the
That's
movies.
right.
Because you wasn't seeing that. You wasn't seeing that. You wasn't
right.
seeing this stuff here.
She never, that's another thing you just touched on too.
El Barrio.
But she never talk about putting everybody on either. She's real modest about it, like, it's just work for me. And
Because
I just
that's
want to
not
see
my
my people win.
style.
There
I
you
don't
go.
have to. I don't shine off of your success. You get what I'm saying? I shine off my own.
There you go.
So if I put you on and you become successful, you winning. If you winning, I'm winning.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to mention that you worked with me or that I put you on.
Mhm.
I'm very humble that way.
There you go.
My thing is this: when I film, I need to have a cast. I do auditions and all that. I want to work with people that have never worked with anybody before, because that allows me to mold you into that character.
Wow.
I need you to be that person. And when we're rehearsing and things like that, I don't call you by your first name. I call you by the character's name.
Wow.
And I need you to be that character the whole 4 hours that we're rehearsing.
That's it.
And if I can help
That's
you
different.
build your resume, because when you're done with me, I'm gonna send you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alex Hugo needs, a Puerto Rican, Spanish, Latino, whatever. Ray Lute needs whatever. You get what I'm saying? So we have a little community of filmmakers that I'm able to send the people that have been working with me to them. That way the actors could build their resumes.
Right.
Outright. Once you build your resume, then you can become SAG. You know what I'm saying? Or you could get an agent. You could get a manager.
That's right.
I'm not going to be your agent. I'm not going to be your manager. I'm just giving you the blueprint to where it is you need to go.
Right.
So how do you make money off this?
How do I make money off of this?
Because you basically saying you do it, and it's like,
because I'm the executive
sending them
producer.
off.
I fund my own films. I don't ask for funding. I don't look for funding. I would love to get funding, right? Anybody would love to get funding, but that means that you have to share your the rights and all that stuff. And I don't want to give my rights away. I'm very independent, did my own books, opened up my own publishing company, whatever. I did what I did what any other indie film or author.
They get their own money. Yeah, they get their own money.
I'm very independent. I've had the opportunities to, do the Simon and Schusters and all that stuff, back then, St. Martin Press. I didn't want none of that because I'm not going to be a slave to you. I'm sorry.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You fund me, but now I'm your slave. I'm not going to work for you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'd rather work for myself. How do I make money off the films? I make money off the films from the royalties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So with that being said, I had to learn that side of the business, right? So right now where I'm at in this business is I'm on the business side of it. I can do both. I can film and still, be on the business side of it. After 7 years, I got my To Be Rep. I opened up Deja Vu Film Distribution.
Mhm.
Now I have people, distributing films through me to Tubi, Amazon. I have 120 channels
Right.
that I can shop your project to.
Damn,
Okay.
120?
Yeah.
She got millions.
Huh?
Talk about it, Deb.
Which numbers?
I seen some numbers, like analytic numbers.
Oh, that's the marketing side too.
Yeah.
I do marketing also. So let's say that you bring your film to me and you want me to distribute. I distribute it. I put it on Tubi, or if let's say Hulu wants it, or BET Plus, or you get a licensing deal. All that stuff comes into play.
That's the business side.
But
That's the business side. Right?
That's the business side of it. Then once your film is where it needs to be or whatever channel is on, then I offer the marketing side of it.
Mhm.
Because without marketing, your film is not going to do well.
Right.
You know what I mean? It don't matter where it's at.
You gotta post and all that.
Yeah, you
posters
got to
and
do
stuff
the
like that.
ads. You got to do everything.
Yeah, trailers and posters.
The
and all that.
trailers,
Yeah.
well, I'm not old school. I do ads.
Okay, ads. Okay.
I'm not going to do I love the posters and all that when it's in a crew
Mhm.
and we're all doing it together. It's fun.
Right.
Is a way of pushing the actors to promote themselves. So
Right.
that's another thing. I want first time people because the other actors that have been out there already,
Mhm.
they don't promote.
Right.
That's
So-
They don't promote your project.
See, that thing I have a problem with. I really have a problem with that.
Talk
because-
about it, Doc.
Yeah, because we bring
Been saying
people
this
on
shit
here-
for 6 years. Let him know, man.
Yeah,
He got a real problem with that.
Nah, I got a real
Because he
problem
been
with
saying this shit for 6 years, man.
yeah,
But it's true.
That's what as soon as he said, you said damn, I don't like that shit. But I'm gonna
If
keep it real. He do talk. He always when he hear that shit, he go,
if
why
I'm
they
on-
ain't promote this shit, man?
if I'm on your show, it is only right. First of all, you're giving me the opportunity to have footage on myself, right?
exactly,
An interview is an interview.
exactly.
This is my opportunity to have my footage,
Conversation.
right? So if you're giving me
I hope y'all listening.
free opportunity, this is what I'm telling people, like the opportunity that's given to you, you have to give it back in some way. So
That's
why
right.
wouldn't I promote your channel?
Exactly.
Why would I not promote your YouTube? A lot of people don't. They'll grab the footage and keep it moving.
But then not only that, though, to add on to what you're saying, right, Deb? When you promoting us, you promoting yourself because
Exactly.
we put you on the flyer and we put on all our channels. So we ask you to put on yours. So because you need to let your fans, followers, or viewers that
Right.
that wherever you want to call them know you're gonna be on the show so they can watch. So that's some dumb shit if you don't
I'm
put it
gonna
on your
show
page.
y'all how to market without anybody promoting you.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
that. Let's do it.
I'm gonna show you
We
guys how to
appreciate all
market
the help.
your
We
channel.
humble. We
Yeah,
humble.
That
humble.
way,
We humble.
you're gonna get more viewerships
Right.
from other areas.
Okay.
It's not always. Sometimes you need to go outside the box
Yeah.
Exactly.
because your own people will not support
They
you.
would not.
That's
say
right.
It's just
But
that's just what it is.
You want to know? You just said it on the nose because I'm gonna keep it real with you. We Harlem, but Harlem don't support us the way we would love them to.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Understand? All our followers are in other states or other countries.
Right. So
You know what I
once
mean?
I show you
Keep it real.
guys how to promote
Yeah.
the show, you guys will be fine.
We appreciate
I
you.
promoted
We all is.
I promoted Pocket Full of Game in 90 days.
Let's talk about Pocket Full of
50
Game.
million
Don't just talk
views.
about it. So we
Did you
we
hear
know
what I
about
just
change.
said?
Oh,
Yes,
but
you
let
did.
her finish.
Pocket Full of Game,
Yeah.
90 days. I have 50 million views.
That's crazy. We got to listen to it. 50 mil.
50 mil.
That's just Pocket Full of Game.
Right.
Then when I filmed Pocket Full of Game 2 and
Uh-huh.
I dropped that,
Right.
what do you think happened to Pocket Full of Game 1?
It tripled.
It jumped.
Right.
And
right.
it keep and if you watch 2, you gotta watch 1.
Yeah.
And then if you watched 1 and you gotta watch 2, you
Two,
gotta
yeah.
go back.
Yeah.
How we do with the series, right?
Right,
Well,
right.
no, I gotta watch the whole season.
Right.
I forgot what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me
Yeah.
with Pocket Full of Game. And having that many viewerships allowed me to continue to film with the royalties, which is what I do. I live off the royalties, but I really don't live off the royalties. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I do is I reinvested into my next film.
Mm-hmm.
And my next film and my next film.
Yeah.
So now we're in the middle
keep
of
it in the pot.
rehearsal. Yeah, keep it in the pot because
Yeah.
if I spend the money, then now
Yeah.
I have no money
Yeah, you put it
to
back in
film the
pot.
next movie.
That's right.
It gave me the opportunity to pick up Julie Nin's book, Young Love. She's a Latina author. You could look her up as well. She's a good friend of mine, and I said to her, you know, it's time for you to start filming. You know what I mean? We need to get your stories out there. So we did that. We're doing that, you know. So she gave me Young Love, and then I challenged her, and I made her write her own script. So right there, you know, it saved me some money, right, from getting someone else to write the script. I challenged her. She wrote the script. We rewrote it. We did everything we have to do. Now we're in rehearsals, and now we start filming in the ending of March. Okay. So what it does is it gives me the opportunity to pick up other authors and also still give the actors their break, you know?
So I'm gonna ask you this. I know all of them your baby. All the actresses, actors.
They're my babies, yes.
They're your babies. What two stand out to you, actresses?
No, I can't do that.
You can't do it.
I can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
I'm sorry. I can't do that
Can't do
because
that.
they're all important to me.
Yeah.
No, not so, but you know, like,
Nah,
so, like
No.
you seen come a long way, like wow.
Nah.
You know, like somebody like
No, they
wow,
she love them
I
all,
can't
man. It's
do
all
I
her
know she
children.
love them all,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying.
No, it's not
she
about.
love
It's
them all.
not
I'm
about.
saying like you know, like some person like damn, like
Yeah.
this person.
So let me ask you a question.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, after that, I'm gonna ask him a
What the
question.
hell? Y'all might as well.
No, I'm gonna ask. I want to ask
Interview
because I'm
yourselves.
helping you. I'm helping you. I'm asking. You got a few
You don't
sons,
gotta
right?
help
Which
me.
one of your sons stand out the most?
Stop.
That's what you can't ask
He didn't
nobody
mean
nothing
that
like
like
that.
No, not like that. She
You
know what
didn't
I
mean
mean.
that
Deb
like
know
that.
what I
Stop
mean.
it.
That's
Thank
your
you,
babies,
Deb.
man.
Thank you, Dad.
You
Deb know
can't
what I
say
mean.
Every
that.
single
Thank you, Deb. Know
film,
what I'm talking about.
every single film I watched, my leads, my supporting actors, everybody grow. From the day that we started rehearsal to the very end, I watched them grow. So yeah, they are all my babies. And none of them are better than the other. None of them stand out to me because every single film is different, right? And every single character is different. So I created them. So I cannot say I like this one more than that one. Or now, am I proud of them for being so successful now? Absolutely. Can I say that, you know, me giving someone a break, you know, allowed them to do bigger things? Amazing. I don't take credit for their skills. You know, I take credit for the development.
I can say one thing. Everyone that came through here so far, right? I lost count. All of them been
They came back to back.
But no, we had more before that too.
No,
what I'm saying is that
recent,
what I'm saying is that that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that all of them were good.
They're all good.
I couldn't say one of them was whack. All of them all of them was when I checked their stuff,
they
were
all
good.
came with a, you know, they
You know
all
what I'm saying,
came
Doc?
with their swag. They all came with their own thing. What I saw in them was what I wanted for the character because only I know what I wrote. I know what I want as an actress or whatever. So the little things. So I'm going to give you an example. Catherine is beautiful. She's the model, you know, but she came in. So I want to start acting. You know, she came in with a lot of skills because she was on radio. She did interviews, you know, she was in videos. So she did come in with skills, right? So when I saw Catherine, I said, that's my Portia, right? Before I started filming Chain, about maybe 5-6 years prior to that, Black Rose, I met Rose when she was working in the Chase Bank by my house.
She said,
And when she walked from the back out of the back, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my God. You know, I was like, that's my jazz. And I told her right there. And
She
then
said
she says,
that.
I'm a rapper. I this, I that, I this, I that. And I was like, yo, you are my Jazz. Like, you are my character, Jazz. She was like, okay. And believe it or not, I lost touch with her. So when I decided to start filming the movie, I looked for her because I knew she was the one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that each of my characters have character.
Right.
So when I see that in someone, I'm like, okay, that person is this. That person can be that. That person. So I create them and I develop them into the character that I wrote. But they all come with skills. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
No, but I love basketball, and I think of myself as a scout. Like, I could see talent. It's amazing because we ain't really get a chance to get into in depth. But I said I can't wait to Deb come to ask her when Rose was on here. She told us the same story about she's in the bank. What it was about her that you said?
It was
what it was.
her whole aura. Her hair was big. Her walk was mean, and I didn't know that she was in the industry. She's a rapper. She was a rapper hard at the time. And just her whole everything about her, when she walked out of that back room, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, she was my Jazz. And that's the first thing that came out of my mouth when I saw she was coming to help me. Because they went to get
when
her.
You say she was your Jazz. So describe the Jazz character.
Oh my God. She was a boss. All my characters are bosses. They're all a reflection of me, right? Because you only could write what you know. She was just a boss, you know, trying to get out the hood, trying to get money. You know, she had this idea, if the men could do it, we could do it too. You know, she recruited her friend, and part of the story is true. You know, that's my life. You know, I recruited my friend. You know, we gonna hustle. You know, we're sitting in the middle of Johnson projects, and I'm like, I want to hustle. These niggas is making money, da 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 da. You know, and I'm young. You know, and I'm like, I want this, I want that, I want all these, you know, luxury things and whatever. And it turned out that I wasn't even intrigued by the luxury things, you know, because if I had it, it wasn't big to me. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm real simple, but I like to have the power to be able to get money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at that time, that's what everybody was doing. So when I wrote about Jazz, it was her strengths, her weaknesses, you know. So in that movie, you see her strengths, you see her weakness, you know what I mean? And then you see the loyalty that her and her friend had. You don't see that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You could have got that back in the day. Like, you could be a person could be your friend for 30 years now, and that person will not be loyal to you.
Yeah, that's true.
So you being the way you is, right? You direct, you straight up. Like, I could tell, like, when you dating, I could tell, like, guys.
I don't date.
Well, with marriage, whatever. I think that it's like an easy connection because most men like that. Like,
a lot of men say, oh, like, I want a woman that's strong. I want a woman that's independent. Then they get one and they feel that the woman is too masculine. You know what I'm saying? And then they become either turned off, or they want to have more control over the woman, and they just don't know how to go about it. But when a woman's in her masculine energy, the man has to step up as a man and make her into, you know, make her feel comfortable enough to become feminine in that energy. I know how to do both, right? But I can be a boss all day in the street and come home and be feminine. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the man also has to know how to lead. He has to be a leader.
Yeah, that's very important because you ain't gonna respect them.
Well, no, he has to lead, and he also has to know when it's time to say, okay, you know, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't date.
So last week we had Christina. Like, what is about her that spark you? Because her energy is crazy.
Well,
Her work ethic is crazy.
Yeah, the character Cass is a gay woman that, you know, she gets arrested with Jazz, and they become really, really close friends in prison. So I found her on Instagram. I don't know how I found her, or Facebook or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, she can be, you know, Cass. So I reached out to her and she was like, okay, I'll do it. And you know, I told her, you know, the setting is the 80s, da da
She
da da
said
da.
that, yeah.
And she was dressed, for the part. Like she
Yeah.
just came ready.
You said she the only one came
She
through
said
the black
that.
lady.
She's the
She said
only one.
came in the
Yeah,
80s,
she's the
yeah.
only one that came dressed to the 80s down. The can't go cap, the chain, everything. I was like, oh my God, you know. So then when I noticed that everybody else was dressed regular, I said, you know what, go change. And I'm gonna make you I wanted her for another part.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, go change and I'm gonna make you Cass, which was a bigger part.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh wow.
Right. So
she got
so she got a bigger part with
Yeah.
me. And just because of her dedication, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, this girl, she dressed the part, you know what I'm saying? And she learned the lines, and no lie, she had 5 minutes.
She said,
and that's the van scene.
Mean.
That you remember the van
Yeah,
scene
yeah,
that Jazz got arrested, and
Yeah.
then she came in and she threw up and everything, and they were arguing. That was the part that
5 minutes.
She a hard
5
worker.
minutes, and she knew
Chad,
all
you know how fast
her
5 minutes go
lines.
when you
5
read?
minutes go out quick though.
All she did was look
Yo,
at it.
your nerves be like
Look.
this.
Look, she looked at it and said, "Okay, I'm ready." Just like that.
Dang.
She's very powerful, and she's very good with what, you know. She got skills.
So you think you're a visionary? Because it's like you see things, oh, that's Jazz, that's Mike, that's Vito, that's Cash, that's Ted. How you think you this?
My creative mind is just crazy.
It just go like this.
It's just crazy. It doesn't turn off.
It don't turn off.
It does not turn off.
So let me ask you a question. Play a little game.
Okay.
We're gonna use him first. This nigga, man. So if you had to create a character for him in a movie, right? Where would it be? Just from his personality. If you had to create a character for me with my personality, where would it be?
Well, one at a time.
No, I said you ain't gonna say it too
Yeah,
much.
right.
So
I'm saying go her, go him, then go me. What you talking about one at a time?
Yo,
That's what
I see him as a coach.
a coach.
A coach.
Okay.
I see you as a dirty CO police.
Oh wow, that's crazy because
Okay,
he
okay.
played that
So
part.
give me more. Give me more.
No, that's it.
So
He played that part.
I see him as a coach,
Right.
you know, like in a school, Mr. Carter type of, you know what I'm saying?
because you got his
Coach
hat,
Carter,
hat
yeah.
going backwards and shit.
Yeah, like a
You look
Coach
like a coach.
Carter type
Yeah.
of film,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You, I see
I'm a dirty
you
cop.
as being a dirty cop, or you know, a sergeant or a lieutenant that's very stern,
Right.
with you know, like a law and order type of don't fuck with me type
Wow.
of vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what's funny?
You know what's funny? He played the commissioner.
Oh,
We just
shit.
did a movie. He's
Yeah.
commissioner.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
That's
I see
crazy,
that.
yo. You good, man.
That was good for real, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what it did.
You know?
I don't see you as an inmate. I don't see you.
Nah, and you know we were so happy about when they called us for the movie. They didn't want us to play roles as dudes in the
Street
streets that's
dudes,
hustling and
yeah.
all that,
Right.
because we come from that.
Mhm.
They put us in. He was a detective, lead detective, and I was a commissioner, and Jay was an assistant
Okay.
because we was all police. So when you gonna put the beat 139, being that you say you like to mold people? When you gonna
Well,
mold
I
up?
tell you guys know when I have casting calls.
I mean, but you gotta let us know when you think there's a part for us that we might like.
She's basically saying casting like we got the
You
work
have
for
to
it.
I cash. I ain't worried about the cashing. I want to know
I
what the roles are.
may be like, all right, Don B could play this part,
Yeah.
but I still
I can
want.
cash. Hold
Still,
on, time out. Hold on.
I still,
Hold on.
I still want you to come and
we
cast.
gonna do you different, right? So being that we talk about acting and you raised a lot of people in the acting world and all the type of stuff, right? So hold on. Put a roadcaster. So I'm gonna play something right now, right? I let Keith Cash and I let Jay here, but Doc wasn't here to hear it. And I want your opinion, but your expertise. If I put it on the phone,
They loving you, Dad. My boy, Knowledge said you
Doc,
killing it.
Let me let's say that. Come on. I'm gonna start running the interview.
Take the plug out.
I want to know what the people are saying.
No, okay, I'll let you know. My boy Knowledge said Dev is killing it. He love your energy. They really want you to get more into the story with the
Graciela Blanco.
Yeah.
I can't get into that story.
I know.
So Deb, right? So,
I can't get into that
we're
story.
not talking about that. I want to get your opinion, right? Being that me and Doc and Jay, we working on the acting careers, right?
You're excited.
Damn right I am, man. So here's my deal. I want you to listen. This is a monologue.
He said you're a beast in direction.
There's a monologue that I did. I want your opinion on this monologue that I did. You ready? Check it out. You motherfuckers. Okay, all right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh. You think you could do this shit, Jake? You think you could do this shit to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run this shit around here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on. Walk away. Because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's right. That's right. Shit. I don't. Fuck. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose. Yeah, you can shoot me, but you can't kill me. Chapter.
It's good. How sounds good. It's good.
My honest
opinion. We give it up. Give it up.
All right. So
I'll put it back on the.
I feel that you were going a little bit too fast.
Okay.
You were going a little bit too fast. I didn't feel any real emotion.
Okay.
You need to tone it down,
Mm-hmm.
give it a bass tone,
Mm-hmm.
and give me more emotion.
Right.
Because remember, he was really fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Denzel, yeah.
So you know exactly what it was.
Yeah, she know what it is.
Of course.
Training. That's training day. It's
Yeah,
training day.
he was fucked up that everybody done turned their back on him. The whole, projects is looking at him like, nigga, we gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was angry, emotional. Okay. So I feel like he had 5 different emotions. You know what I'm saying? Going, and he was just all fucked up, just looking around. And so his tone was based like slow, like he got his point across without being hyper. So do it again.
See, I respect that about Dad. See, this is why I really like with Dad. See, I like when I did the music, right? I had my group and I had the CD. I never said that was my artist. Because when you say it, people going, oh, now that's nice. People gonna bullshit you. They're gonna tell you because they think they're hurting your feelings. So I could be like, yo, this dude gave me this CD. And he told me to ask people. So I'm just gonna ask people, how you like this? And then listen to it. And now I get the honest feedback. So I like what you did instead of you just being like, oh, if your truth, that's your truth. And a guy like Deb is one of the best, guests. Like he really like that you
Who's that?
Knowledge.
Oh, tell him.
Hey, Knowledge calling 646.
Knowledge, she said follow her on
Instagram.
But you could call in right now
and
talk to Deb. You want to talk to Deb? 646-628-4264. Call in. Let's talk to Deb, y'all. If y'all got any questions. So the reason why I played that, right? Because when you want to be better in something, you got to be able to take constructive criticism.
Exactly.
Constructive criticism is the best medicine for a lot of things. And you have a lot of people who have a problem with taking constructive criticism. They think they know every motherfucking thing. You know what I mean?
If you can't take, okay, so when I train somebody, I train them with love, but I'm very harsh and I also know how to get it out of you. You know what I'm saying? So if I want you to be hood, I want you to, even with the men be like, yo, Deb, they'll do it, right? And then I'll be like, nah, nigga, that's how you hold a gun? Like, that's not how you hold a gun. You know what I'm saying? So I get up, I take the gun, I hold it. Like, I show them. And I got pictures and videos of me doing that. I don't really like post it at all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
that's business.
I bring your character to life. And if you do exactly what I'm saying, once you do it, the whole family, because Deja Vu's a family. We all start clapping. We all are so proud that you got the part that way, that you're doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? We amp each other up. We don't tear each other down. And if you think you're coming into my situation to tear one of my actors down, we're not doing that.
So Deja Vu
You
TV.
like, you gotta hold that gun too. Like, damn, that's a damn. God damn. They said, how you did that? Like, yo, nigga, you that motherfucker. Like,
yeah, because I got some guys that'll hold the gun like, I be like, nigga, you hold that gun like this, you know?
And you bust that thing.
So Deja Vu
That's
TV.
That done got a few bodies under her.
So Deja Vu TV, right? Is that just a name, or you trying to get your own TV channel?
No, I have my own TV channel.
Okay. What channel is that?
Deja Vu TV.
Nah, I knew that. Deja Vu TV.
Okay. So
I did my
Go to
research.
your app
I did my
store.
research.
hold up,
I
man.
did
The
my
viewers
research.
don't know. Come on, let her explain it, man. Let her explain it. So what I'm saying is that it's for the people. Can they stream it on
They could
internet?
go on their Play Store. I don't know what it is on iPhones. I don't like Fire TV, Roku.
Yeah,
You could go on my website. I have it on there. www.Deja Vu Film Distribution. Just go to your app store, put in Deja Vu TV and download it. I got some good films.
They
up
said
there.
you real. See, I ain't gonna lie. What I like about this interview is like we just kicking it. It's not like so much of an interview. We just talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Deb just give it up. Like, ain't no bullshit. And I really enjoy this interview, man. I really do.
So you said you didn't publish all the books. What's the next book you got coming out?
I don't have any books coming out. I got films.
I know, I mean, your books, right? But what film is coming to the book? You say you didn't publish all your books, though.
Stop. Don't be making fun of him, all right?
Because he's drinking, man.
Deb is funny, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
No,
You're not drinking no more.
I fucks with Deb,
No,
man.
I don't like that
fucks with Deb.
bullshit.
All of, hear what I'm saying?
Deb is
though?
funny.
So you say you didn't let them all, you stopped at a certain 4 or 5.
Yeah, because if I publish it, it's a waste of time.
And that's
People
what I'm
don't
talking
read.
about. So this clown over here laughing.
Would y'all
You
stop?
understand what I'm
I'm
saying?
leaving.
Nah,
If
don't
y'all
worry.
start arguing about this
No, we not
bullshit, I'm
arguing.
leaving.
I like
It's a show.
No, you
It
It's a
ain't
show.
no damn
You don't be
show.
bullshit.
It's a show.
Now,
So-
I like your style.
It's a show.
You talk, I ain't writing no puss. I'm doing film.
Now, well, hear what I'm saying, though, right? So, what's the latest one?
Play, boy.
Forget about this guy.
Yo,
What's the
now,
latest
Deb
one you
keep
got
on your
coming out?
point
What's the
today,
latest one?
man. They'll keep you on point today.
What's the latest one you got coming out?
What?
The next one.
The next
one.
film?
Yeah.
It's called Young Love. And It was
Okay.
written by Julie Nin.
Okay.
She also has books, 2 books called Friends to the End,
Mhm.
1 and 2. And she has a thriller called The Cuco. I hope I didn't make a mistake, Julie. I'm sorry.
What's that?
The Cuco?
Mm.
It's a thriller.
What that mean, though?
The Cuco. You never heard of the Cuco?
Nah.
The scary monster, the monster under the bed, the
I never
Well,
heard
that sounds interesting.
Well, it's in Spanish. She
Okay,
wrote it
gotcha.
about Puerto Rico,
Uh-huh.
you know.
The monster under the bed?
Yeah, you
Ain't
know,
never
the
heard that.
Cuco.
Okay. That's cool.
Your parents didn't scare you with that. Our parents did. If you don't do good as
I
that,
ain't never
Cuco's gonna come get you.
I ain't never heard that shit
I ain't
before,
never heard
right?
about the boogeyman.
Yeah, y'all right there,
The
but
boogeyman, there you go.
You said
That's
the
the
Cuco. You're
Cuco.
like, I heard you ain't never heard you lying. What the fuck? Get the fuck
I
out
heard
of here,
about the
man.
boogeyman.
Yeah, she real too. They fuck. Yeah, but the Cuco
But
said,
you got-
but
I remember the last time you came. You was going to y'all was going to Utah, right, for the festival. What's that called?
Utah.
Utah.
Was it Utah? What state was that? The festival. Yeah, what's the name of that?
In Utah?
The film. Was it Utah?
It wasn't Utah. First of all, it wasn't Utah.
It was somewhere.
And whatever film festivals were out of state, I never went. Because
but
I
didn't y'all
don't-
get nominated or something?
Catherine got nominated in Cali for her part, Portia.
Portia.
in Pocket Full of Game. She
Pocket
went
Full of
out there. Yeah,
He loved Pocket Full of Game.
I know.
Yo, huh? No, but like I ain't gonna lie, like he really supports you. Because I told him, I'm like, yo, him right there. He said, yo. I said,
Him
we
right
interviewed
there.
them. I said, we interviewed them because he
This
didn't know
motherfucker
that
him
we
right
interviewed you years ago.
Mhm.
And I said, yo, that's the woman who you. He said, oh wow. And he was
How
like,
long
so
you
shocked.
guys been doing the podcast?
6 years.
That's how long. That's
Yeah.
how long you. That's how long ago you interviewed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And then came the movie
So
premiere
when
thing.
it's 10 years, we have to have a 10-year anniversary.
100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely have a 10-year anniversary.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I remember, and I like what you did. You said on the east side, y'all started like in the gym, right? On the east side, you doing your rehearsals, right there.
I've had a
Remember that?
few spots because it's hard to get
Yeah.
space. I started in a community center in Johnson on Lexington. I started doing the castings and all that and rehearsals. Then it's just a matter of what spot I could get, Then I had a warehouse for about 3 years. My friend, she rented out a warehouse and I was using that spot there. Now I got a church.
Yeah, church.
I got a whole church.
Wow.
And it's the People's Church on 111 in Lex, and it's come as you are. We don't judge you, right? And
In between the block?
no, it's on Lexington,
Right.
on 111.
Right
It's
there.
called. It used to be the Young Lord's Church,
Okay.
and that church they need support, in order to stay open. So I went to church one day and I was like, wow, I really like the way I feel here. The energy, everything was so great. So I go every Sunday and, I started talking to the people there about, I'm filming. I would love to use the space to film. And they gave it to me to
Wow,
film,
that's a blessing.
to film, to do casting calls, to rehearse.
Oh, God is working.
Sundance. Thank you. See that? Thank you. Sundance. Yeah.
No.
Sundance.
Ain't in Utah, brother.
Sundance, I think is in
No,
Utah.
it's not in Utah, man. It's not in Utah, brother.
Where's Sundance at, chat?
Ask me. I bet you want to
Where's
put
Sundance?
some money on
I
the
ain't put
table.
no money, but I
Bet
where's
$10
Sundance
it ain't
at?
in Utah. Only thing in Utah is Mormons, man.
Yeah, I know it's
And
Mormon.
the Utah Jazz.
Where's
Ain't no
Sundance
Utah,
at?
brother.
But did you ever think
They
about
do
acting?
film festivals in Florida.
I've acted.
No, but I'm saying you think about like
I've
really going in.
acted. I've acted.
Cause y'all think you'll do a real good job. Like cause you like so like you don't care.
No, I don't. I've acted. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Nah, I don't like it. I like to be behind the scenes. I like to be the one creating instead of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like acting is for me. I always say, oh, I'm gonna do it myself.
What you mean by you don't feel acting is for you? Explain to the audience.
I don't want to be in front of the camera.
Okay.
Being in front of the camera, people judge you all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm not a professional actress, I feel like I wouldn't be good enough to do the part. You know what I'm saying? That's just my own little insecurity.
I'm gonna give you a comparison to what you're saying. Like
It's
you
my
got,
own.
you got a lot of great basketball players, like a Michael,
I don't know anything
Magic
about
Johnson.
basketball.
No, but I'm gonna give you a comparison though.
How you gonna compare that? I
Because
don't know.
you gotta
no
listen
basketball.
sometimes, Dad. You gotta listen. You got like a guy like a Magic Johnson, right? Listen, or
I don't know none of
listen
that.
one for a minute, but I just want you to listen though. I'm gonna give you a scenario.
Fuck.
I want your attention, right? So there's a lot of great basketball players that you think they coach, being that they won all the championship, and they talking about that. They nice, they can coach, and they the garbage coaches. But you got dudes like Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr,
who wasn't good,
but they the
that's
greatest
true.
coaches.
All right, but
So let me finish,
I am
Mama.
a great director.
Let me finish.
I am a great producer.
Yeah, but you're not letting me finish. So a great director, right? You just said that.
Why am I going to change the vibe by getting in front of the camera?
No, but just listen. Let me say the comparison. A great director such as yourself, you just said to the audience that, nah, I don't want to be an actress. I don't like the camera. I don't think that's my thing. you know, he just thought of being that you're a great director, he think that you'll be a great actress. You see where I'm coming from?
I
That's the
understand all that.
comparison.
I
That
have,
every people that
and
play this role don't mean
again,
they're gonna be good on that role. That's
and
all.
again, I've said that I have acted and I don't like it.
That's good.
Right?
That's
I
what
don't
we
like
just
it.
said.
I've done it. I've done it. I was in my own movie. You saw me in Pocket Full of Game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I was the girl serving the food and cursing the inmates out for coming back. Yeah, that's why you keep fucking coming back, whatever. How many hot dogs you want, you know, whatever, whatever. That's just not my thing. I feel comfortable behind the camera. I feel comfortable
Well,
directing.
that's your talent. That's your gift.
Yeah, that's my gift.
That's your
That's
gift.
what I want to do. I'm a boss.
There's nothing wrong with being.
I direct. What the fuck? I
Yeah.
listen. Take that shit to the corner. Back. Listen. Bag it up. I got blue bags today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I do.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, but you know what's crazy? I talk to people, and they don't never understand. Like we all in here, we all in the same game when it comes to this stuff. It's like that. I guess that hustling thing. Like, of course, we all doing other things now, but it's like that rush. Like I ain't gonna lie, like what you just said. Like get the pack. It's just like it just this. It's hit you.
Once a hustler, always a hustler. You just gotta
it's
find
amazing.
your niche.
And people don't get it when you.
A lot of people.
sometimes
Okay, listen. You guys are gonna let me talk, right?
We've been letting you talk.
Okay, no. A lot of people that have hustled on the street, right, don't know how to get out the game because they don't know how to find the niche. What is your next big thing? Everything is not the street. You understand? So people get so comfortable with the street, they don't want to do the work to turn that into something positive. You get what I'm saying? You could be a hustler all day long, but now you got to get out the game. So now what are you going to do? Now you got to sit with yourself. And a lot of people are not ready to do that. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to sit with yourself and say, all right, like what I did when I closed my stores down. I sold 100,000 copies of my book Jane on the streets of Harlem when I first came home. There's no excuse for me to sit there and be broke. I'm never going to ever, ever, ever be broke. So if I have this book, I used to sell drugs the same way I used to hustle on the street. It's how I hustled my books. I didn't stand on one corner and wait for a customer to come to me. Crack was easy to sell. Everybody wanted that, right? Now I had to find my niche. Now I had to create something outside of that and say, okay, I could go up to people and tell them about myself. I could put a stand here. I could put a little table on 125th. As a matter of fact, I'm not even putting a table. I'm going to run up on those book vendors and I'm going to sell my books on their table. And I'm going to do a book signing and they're going to get a percentage of my book. And that's what I did. I will go to each vendor and be like, yo, I want to sell my book here. Let me hustle here. And I'm going to give you a percentage of my book. And that's how I got known. You know what I'm saying? That's how people started coming looking for me on 125th. Then I opened up a stand on 106th. Then I opened up a stand on 116. And then from there is when I went into the stores. You know what I'm saying? So when I closed the stores, now what am I going to do? Books went digital. I'm not selling physical books anymore. They're not selling. What am I going to do now? The next best thing, start filming. Bring your books to life. And that's what I did. So, you know, people have to reinvent themselves 100 times in this lifetime. You don't just stay the same. If you stay the same, you're not ready for life. I'm a big, big, big believer in that. And then you can't come with the excuses either, because I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't want to hear that shit. Because if I could do it and I'm a female, you could do it too. You got to reinvent yourself 100 times.
I give you that, girl. I'm going to give you that. That's good information. Y'all hear what she's saying? So, a friend of mine named Samuel pulled up on you. You know, he had to write a book. So, and he spoke highly of you when he was talking about when y'all experience, you know, when he wanted to bring his story to life. You know, and I have not heard one person say anything negative about you when it came to a book, a film, or even teaching them how to act, or giving them the opportunity, or you giving them the opportunity to act. You know, that's another reason why, you know, we want to give you flowers again.
Thank you.
And congratulate you and say, you know, that, you know, we wanted to get you back on the show because we felt it was time for that, you know?
Thank you.
Because we, like you said, 6 years ago, we met and things happened with Chain and da-da-da. 6 years now, it's like, damn, Devin did a lot of motherfucking work, man, since then, yo. You know what I'm saying? So we giving you your flowers and all that shit. We're going to go one time with the bomb on that. You know what I mean?
Here's my flowers.
There we go. And
Where's my flowers?
we're gonna talk to Teddy. Ted gonna bring them. We're gonna drop them off to you tomorrow. You know? My man Ted gonna drop them off, you know. But here's the deal. So if you was to leave, like, cause you got a lot of people on the live right now, right, Doc?
Yeah.
And you got a lot of people probably who think about acting or whatever. What could you leave them with, you know, to give them, inspire them as a, you know, your journey falls into the film world?
I say that if you really want to get into acting, you could start anywhere. You know, when you see casting calls on Instagram, or, you know, you could go on Backstage, you could create a profile. You need to take acting classes because that gives you, you know, they teach you how to act, right? Me, you don't have to know nothing. All you have to do is come and have the look. If you got the look and the drive, I will put you in one of my films. You know, and I will teach you, and I will guide you through it. And then it's like I said, once you're done with me, then I send you to other filmmakers where you can build your resumes with them. You know, and then eventually get an agent and stuff like that. Am I an official acting coach? No. Am I a acting coach? Yes.
There you go.
But I'm not an official one, right? So I do things differently. You could go to acting class and you're gonna get the, you know, the skilled,
The textbook stuff.
right? The textbook type of acting classes, which you need too, right? Because you do need that.
Fundamentals.
But with me is more the urban lifestyle, because that's what I film.
So okay, so your film, can you list all the film you did?
Yeah. So the first one is Chain. The second one is Pocket Full of Game. Pocket Full of Game 2. I executive produced a film called Player. I filmed One Life to Live, but it's Lyfe. The character's name is Lyfe. And right now I'm in rehearsals for Young Love. Then after that, I'm filming a play, Silent Cries. And then I'm filming another film of mine, Lady Boss.
So, Lady Boss. That's gonna be dope.
That's gonna
So
be
when
dope.
you think that's 25?
Yeah. No, that's this year.
Damn, hold up.
I'm filming 3 projects back to back.
this year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So you
March,
got Lady.
March and April, we're filming 3 projects.
Hold up. Damn, that's a lot of shit.
It's a lot because I'm gonna take a break. And instead of filming and coaching and all that stuff, what I'm gonna do is get into the marketing real heavy.
Oh, so how long it normally take? We had a guy here earlier. He said the movie he was in, it took him 21 days. So the movie Young Love, how long you anticipate?
It's scheduled for 6 days.
6 days? 6 days, people. 6 days. Young Love will be
One Life to Live
done
was
and
filmed
wrapped.
in 8 days.
In 8 days?
Yeah. Chain was the longest. It took a year, but that was because of my situation with my parents and stuff.
So
it wasn't about the new Jack. It was about my situation with my parents.
Your mom,
Yeah, like I couldn't, be there for certain. But my team was so dope that I love them so much, man, because even with me gone, I would be like, can you guys just film? They'll be like, go ahead, man, we got you. Like, they really did their thing. And I'm just blessed to have them. You know what I'm saying?
So your film, this film about you, when you anticipate, like September, October?
What?
Your film,
Which film?
the one,
Young Love? The one
no,
that's coming out for
the one about you,
the one about
Name
me.
Lady Boy.
Lady Boss.
Oh no, it's not about me, honey.
It's a movie.
It's not about me. You want it? You want me to tell all my whole life story?
So Lady Boss, when that coming out?
I don't know when it's coming
No,
out. I
no,
know
but
we
when
start
you start
filming
filming, I'm
it in
sorry.
April.
Yeah, April.
Probably the end of April.
Damn.
Yeah, and then my film guy's tired and he's trying.
Yeah, I thought
He's trying to take a break on me, and I'm like, no, we're gonna take a break together because when I'm done, then I'm done. Like I want to just not film for a year.
It's funny you said that. God, that was the next question I was going to ask you. Is that the same film guy you using? Because
Yeah.
that's like bang, bang, bang. Well, he getting paid, so I guess.
Well, it's not even
staying
about
employed.
that. Is that he's very passionate about what he does, and he has his own films too. So he's filming Big Italy right now, and that's a big ass project, and that's his project.
Big Italy.
It's called Big Italy, yeah. So he's a filmmaker, writer as well, and he's just very passionate, like me. Like we're passionate. He just needs to take a break, and I need to get into the marketing side of my business because I have the distribution. If you give me your film, a lot of distribution companies do not market your film. They'll get it thrown up there and that's it. You understand? I don't do that. I deal with each of one of my clients individually. This is the marketing plan. This is what I would like you to do. This is how we're gonna do it. And they go for it because it works for me. So my numbers are your numbers, right? I show you my numbers. And that's where people go like, damn, you got 50 million views in 90 days.
That's a lot.
Talk about it.
Numbers don't lie.
Get your flowers. Get your flowers.
And you know what's crazy? That as the numbers were going up, I was watching it and then I was posting it, but I wasn't bragging. It wasn't like a bragging.
It's not a brag.
No, it was. I was
it's
so
marketing.
fucking proud. I was
Right.
like, and I had a guy tell me, "Oh, why you putting your business?" Because it's my business.
Yeah, you
It ain't
supposed
your
to.
business.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to show people that this can really work.
Right.
Like,
That's called hating. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah,
That's
but
called
I
hating.
don't. It's like it's my business.
It's called hating.
I know. I don't give a fuck about that. But my thing is this. I wanted to do it in a way where, because I'm humble. You get what I'm saying? So when a motherfucker come at me crazy, I get violent in my brain.
Right.
In my brain, I'm like, yo, like you don't even understand. So what I'm trying to say is when I was doing it, it was showing that, yo, our lifestyle, look at the numbers. People are watching our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about that when you're on the street.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you can benefit from the life you live, from the time you did in prison.
Yeah.
You don't think about those things,
Yeah.
right?
That's called stories.
So that
Right.
when you
Real
see
stories.
those numbers and the fucking people are actually watching your shit,
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? It becomes reality. And it's like, and then the change, right? And the reinventing yourself. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you got to reinvent yourself every single day. You can't stay stuck on the same shit every single day. Because you know what? Eventually, what goes up comes down. And then what you going to do? You got nothing to fucking fall back on. So I'm very big on those type of things and principles and values. And I instill that in my actors.
So let's say one of your actors blow up. Let's say they become that, like being like,
I'm gonna
nice,
be in the first
big
row,
movies.
man.
You think that that if you do another movie, you be like, yo, come do it. You think they'll do it?
Well, it depends because as you grow, you get managers. You become SAG. You get your agents and all of that. And once you sign with a manager, you know, everybody has to, you know, go by the guidelines of that agent, right? So if I tell Catherine, I want you to come and do a film, I could pay her, right? But is her agent gonna allow that? Because now she did a Lifetime film, right? So with her doing the Lifetime film, now she's on a little, you know, she's on a different level. Now I have to go to her agent. I don't want to go to her agent. You know why I don't want to go to her agent? Because I don't feel that if, okay, I'm gonna talk shit.
Talk your shit.
We've been talking shit all night.
I know. I don't feel like I don't want to go to her agent because I don't want her agent to get paid for what we built together.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
That's one of your babies.
Yeah, she's my baby. That's my baby.
Right.
So I don't feel like anybody should be making money off of her. Right?
Mhm.
So if I tell Catherine, I got 5 G's for you, whatever the case is, I need you in my film. I know you got an agent and I know you got to get paid, but I need you to do this for me, right? And if she tells me, she's going to have to go to her agent, and, you know, her agent may turn around and tell her no. Now what? You get what I'm saying?
Or he could tell her yes and want a piece of her money.
Right.
Right.
Vice versa.
Right.
So will I have the conversation with her? Absolutely, because I'm straight up with my girls.
Right.
You know, I'm straight up with them. Will I have
That called the conflict of interest.
Right. So will I have the conversation with them? And if they tell me, oh ma, or Muva, whatever, you know, they'll call me mom. I can't do it because of this. It's gonna hurt me, of course. It hurts, but I'm all right with it because I know you're there. You're getting there,
right.
And I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you tell me no, even if you tell me I can't.
Yeah, because once you're under contract, you know, you sign on the dotted line, and y'all try to do some homie time shit. That she gonna get in trouble later. You know, you want to do. I love her. It's my mom.
What they're gonna.
But I signed that paper. This motherfucker.
But also, a lot of agents feel that the urban or the whatever independent films is beneath that actress.
Yeah, they
You get it? Yeah. So they tell the actress, "Oh, that's beneath you."
Yeah.
But you don't know that if my next film that you're in could really make you blow up. I feel that Pocket Full of Game did a wonderful job in exposing Catherine.
Right.
Because she did a great fucking job.
Right.
I don't think any one of my other girls could have pulled it off the way she pulled it off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like I feel about Black Rose, just like I feel about Unique, like, you know, the same way I feel about Carlos Garcia, Fresh, the one that played Fresh, Joey, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all killed it. So anything that they do outside of that is really based on Pocket Full of Game. You know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, for them not to work with me again, it hurts. It will hurt. You know what I mean? But I will also be proud because you're doing your thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, but it's crazy that you said that. And like I'm big on somebody doing, like, okay, like you said, you doing it. Okay, doing independent films beneath you. I don't believe that always true. Yeah. That independent film can
win an Oscar.
Yeah, it could.
That independent. If you put your film for 7 days in a theater and you submit it to the Oscars, you can win a fucking Oscar.
Exactly.
Okay, on an independent film.
And you could gain.
Look at Moonlight. Look at the movie Moonlight. What made that movie win? When those two boys kissed.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a big thing. And those kids won Oscars. That film won what? Like 4 or 5 Oscars. And it was an independent film.
A perfect example. That's like right now you interviewing with Man Vito. I don't think that Envy and Charlamagne can fuck with us. Now you go interview with them, your interview here may be better. There's like a lot of platforms. We had like the same people in our interview took off more than when they was on bigger platforms. Like Paparazzi Poe, like a few people, Baby Paul, they was on like bigger platform, but when they came here, it was like a more of an energy to it, and it came out better. So you know,
it's all about the vibe.
It's about
baby.
the
Listen,
vibe.
Ain't nobody
Thank
got no
you.
fucking time for that.
Thank you. It's
It's
the
all
vibe.
about the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Because you got to understand, a lot of people in media, television, is hand selected. You understand what I'm saying? When I say hand selected, is that like This Nation. I watch This Nation on Channel 9, and they be talking about bullshit. But they on Channel 9.
Yeah,
so they know somebody, man. Yeah. Somebody's connected some type of way.
They're all celebrities.
That's what I'm saying.
They're all celebrities.
Small time celebrities, though. They're not big. The Brad is the biggest celebrity. Everybody else is. Yeah. They just. And he two out of
They're
6.
all celebrities.
You know what I mean? Like
they have guest celebrities and all that stuff.
Right.
And
but we had quite a few guest celebrities.
It's all good.
You're a celebrity.
I am.
All right, so we had a lot of celebrities. So I'm not trying to hear about that celebrity shit. I'm talking about they're connected to somebody in the network and they got on. Because if we got on that network, we can kill it too.
Listen. This is how this works. You want to know how media works? You create a pilot and you shop it. That's how you create. Okay, that's how Dish Nation got on Channel 9. That's,
they shopped it.
Whatever. Of course, you make a pilot, which you have 100 pilots.
Right.
All of your videos are pilots.
We got 500.
Put it all together. Make a pilot.
Jay,
and
take
then
notes.
Shop it.
We gotta make a pilot. We send it out next week, Jay.
Go ahead, let Deb finish talking.
There you go, Deb. Keep talking. Deb. Keep spilling the beans.
Nah, we want.
He's spilling the beans.
He taking his notes.
I charge.
Not tonight.
I charge for my consultation.
Yo, and let me tell you something. This dude right here, all he got to do is hear it or see it. He's quick with it.
All right, so just make a pilot.
Don't let Jay know joke, but make a pilot. Hear that, Jay?
What you do is you do the individual, you know how they do reality shows, the individual, right? And then you put one of the videos, parts of the videos, whatever, then you do him. You know what I'm saying? Then you do them together. Then you put part of the videos and just create a pilot.
Yeah. Right over StreamYard.
Create a pilot. That's it. Look it up. You Google it, whatever, how to create a pilot.
There you go.
And then shop it.
And then you shop it.
You got that, Jay? Copy. Thank you.
You shop it. That's
there we
all.
go. So listen, we ain't gonna keep you all night.
Thank you.
We had a great time with you tonight.
Maybe wait an hour.
But you know what? We say the best for last though. 100%. This guy over here, he giggling all night and shit.
Nah, that is funny, man. She on your ass
it
tonight, boy.
She ain't on her ass.
I am not on his ass.
You don't know her. Deb is like this all the time. That's why she wins. This is how she is.
I know how she
Even
is.
if you say something regular, she gonna come out because her personality is like
she
that.
don't care.
But at the end of the day,
I'm not insulting though.
No, you're not.
Nah, you're not.
All right, don't make the audience think I'm insulting.
No, they
I can't be though.
No, they like you.
I want to see what the hell they saying because I don't see nothing. You just telling me stuff. All right, let me see.
Just watch a couple things.
That's Deb, man. That's why she winning.
I can't even see this little ass shit. Oh,
that's why you winning, Deb. You know why? Because you're a real person. You got a good spirit, and you put people on. And all you can do is get blessings from that. So just give everybody your social media links. So
all right. So my Instagram is Deja Vu Films Inc. And my distribution Instagram is Deja Vu Film Distribution.
There it is, folks. And there, before you go, right? Tell everybody what's the hottest.
No, what's the hottest? Home.
The hottest.
The B139.
Hey, let's go, Deb.
Y'all know what it is.
That's
I
right.
want to give a shout out to everybody been supporting everybody in the chat
Deb,
section.
For blessing the stage once again.
My boy Knowledge.
Thank you for blessing the stage, man. This is sister to the B1. She's a sister to the B139. I want y'all to know that all day long.
Oh, and I just want to make an announcement. I will be interviewing people on the beat.
Ooh.
I'm coming to support
y'all.
That's 100%. We're gonna get the real clap on that. Yeah. We got Teddy Ted, Keith Caff, and Jay in the building.
Dad, one more time, y'all. She got a post interview with Keith Cash. Here we go.
The Beat 139. Harlem's #1 podcast. Featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash.
139.